The first channel of Malchut is consciousness. Consciousness is about the mind, right? It's about how we see and how we know. So it's not necessarily what we know, it's not the content, but it's the function, it's the form, it's how we're perceiving information, how we're understanding the world. And learning about our own minds is fundamental because this is how we're making sense of the world and reality and ourselves. So it's very important in our school to train ourselves around the mind. We call this train ourselves in awareness practices, because awareness is this capacity that we have to be aware. And the practices that come with consciousness are a lot about the practices of meditation. So in a typical meditation class, right, I sit and I quiet the mind, and then I observe the breath. So the breath actually becomes this object of contemplation, right? Because we know that the mind likes to grasp. So we give it an object to grasp onto, and then we focus our attention there. In Malchut, what we really want to start putting attention on is not just the breath, right? But actually the awareness, right? The capacity that we have to be aware. So when I'm sitting in meditation and I'm putting my awareness into the breath, I'm not just actually focusing on the breath, but I'm developing my skills of being aware of something. And the more that I develop this skill of awareness, I learn that I can actually place awareness in all sorts of different places, right? I can put my awareness in my hands. I can put my awareness in a memory of last week or an earlier time in my life. I can put my awareness in space, right, across the room, or I have a lot of power and freedom around how I place my awareness. So part of what we do in Malchut is that we train in these skills of awareness because we really believe that this is where a core power lies, is in learning how to work with our own awareness and how to place awareness in different places. Because what we find is that when we put awareness, then from there, experience follows, right? So if I'm wanting to experience something particular, then I need to learn how to place my awareness there and how to learn how to move awareness. Another thing that we teach, which is a little bit of a higher spiritual practice, right? In the classic meditation where I'm sitting and having the breath as the object, and then the awareness is coming to be aware of the breath, we can actually take it a step further. And instead of being aware of the breath, we become aware of awareness itself, right? We're going into that place where there's actually no object, there's no content, there's nothing to fixate to. And we actually allow for the mind to go into what we call the empty state, right? Where there's no content, there's no agenda, it's just pure awareness. And this aspect of the field is really important because it's actually the place of rest, and it's the place where things go to process, right? If we don't have this capacity to empty ourselves, empty our mind, and get into this pure awareness state, we're going to be caught with all the stimulation and all the experiences that life sends to us. So what we do at Malchut in this school is that we really train ourselves in this awareness practices, awareness techniques. And as we get into higher dimensions of learning, we learn how to place awareness, right, into different dimensions, different realms, so that we can also do greater healing. Because again, where our attention goes, right, that's where the experience follows. So we really want to start practicing and learning how to gain better understanding and better knowledge around our awareness skills. Consciousness, right, which is really the mind, is really about the space, right? It's about spacious reality, meaning that it's not about the content and it's not about the particular things that are happening, but it's actually the thing that is holding it. It's the thing that's holding reality, which is very important as we get into energy or experience, as I call it, because without developing this capacity, right, the mind, the place of knowledge, the place of knowing, then we can't actually integrate our experiences. We become really quickly overwhelmed. So consciousness is really, this is the first channel, and it's fundamental to our work in our spiritual skill building school.